an album from 2021 that should have been on my top 5 list, but I just picked it up recently, and had I known what a great album it was, it definitely would have made the pick. So stand by. Daisy and I will be right back. Hi, this is Scott, and welcome to another segment of Righteous Vinyl. Thanks for hitting play on the video and finding out who is on the turntable this time around. And hope you got your coffee this morning. It's a Sunday morning here at Righteous Vinyl. And now, usually I'd play a little bit of jazz on Sunday, but I've been kind of listening to the blues lately. And today's Righteous Vinyl feature is an album that would have been on my top 5 for 2021. I had a copy of the album and had picked it up in 2021, but I didn't get it until after I did my top 5 show a few weeks ago. And if you haven't checked that out, hopefully you will. Hopefully you're liking the channel and liking what I do on here anyway. So I'm just going to take a sip of coffee before we get going. Okay, today's Righteous Vinyl feature is kind of steeped in the blues, and it is none other than the Black Keys with their 10th studio album, Delta Kreme. The album came out in May of 2021. Tracks included on the album are Poor Boy, A Long Way From Home, Do the Romp, and the first single to come off the album, released in April 2021, was Crawling King Snake. Now, a little background about the Black Keys. They're from Akron, Ohio. They formed back in 2001 with guitarist and lead vocalist Dan Auerbach and his best friend, childhood best friend, from what I understand, Patrick Carney, who plays the drums for the Black Keys. They emerged as one of the most popular garage rock artists during a second revival of that genre back in the 2000s. So there was a lot of, I would say probably grunge had run its course, and there were bands that were still trying to get that raw garage band sound. And I'm not talking about the program that you get with Apple. I'm talking about, a garage band. I was in a garage band myself for a little while, a few lifetimes ago, I might add. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, getting back to the Black Keys. The band has a raw blues sound drawn from Auerbach's influences, such as blues artists Junior Kimba, R.L. Burnside, Robert Johnson, just to name a few. And the album itself, Delta Kreme, is a homage to what they call that Mississippi hill country blues sound, and that traditional blues sound. And as a matter of fact, all the songs on this album are covers. And what's interesting about the album, it only took them less than 10 hours to produce it. What they did is they went to Auerbach's Easy Eye Studios in Nashville, and they recorded it live, giving it that raw bluesy sound that's traditionally played. And what also gives the Black Keys their sound in their previous albums. Now, with the previous albums, they write their own material, but this one is an homage, and it's to, as I stated, but it kind of tips the hat to performers that were influenced by the Black Keys, or they were influenced by these blues artists rather. Other performers on the album include Kenny Brown on guitar and Eric Deaton on bass. And the moment you've been waiting for, I know it's one of my favorite parts of the show, is how did it do on the charts, Scott? Well, I'm about to tell you. Let me share that with you. The album came in at number 1 on the top alternative albums in the U.S. and the top rock albums also in the U.S., so it did peak as a number 1. I wouldn't say that it was going mainstream, or that the Black Keys are going mainstream, which isn't a bad thing because you want a band to be successful and whatnot, but I always consider the Black Keys to be a little bit alternative, where they have a rock and roll sound all their own, and yet, but as I stated, It's mostly steeped in the blues. It would peak at number 5 in the UK albums charts, and by the end of 2021, the album would drop down to number 76, being one of the top 100 albums for 2021, and with a lot of music that is being released still today. I mean, that's not bad. But here on Righteous Vinyl, it would have been one of my top 5 if if I had the album with me. So that's gonna do it for today's Righteous Vinyl feature, and it's the Black Keys and their homage to Mississippi Hill country blues and Delta Kreme. Always a shout out to my friend Joe over at Sit and Spin. Even though he's not doing a lot of shows right now, I kind of felt that this was kind of in his wheelhouse. I wasn't sure if he was going to do a show on this, and hopefully, Joe, come on, more shows, buddy, more shows. Yeah, I was gonna tip my hat to Joe because it was funny because he texted me. I did my top 5, and he's like, "Son, if I knew you were gonna do that." So I got to remember that. So the end of 2022, I'm going to do a promo right now. There will be a combination, Sit and Spin, Righteous Vinyl, top 5 show for the albums for 2022. So check that out. We got a couple of record store days coming out. I'm looking forward to that. Always support your local music stores. Go out to record store day if you're a vinyl enthusiast, or audiophile enthusiast, or an auto enthusiast too. I don't know, if you want to drive there, go ahead. But anyway, no. So yeah, so we got some good stuff coming up for 2022. I'm going to keep doing these shows. I don't care if there's only 5 people watching these, or if I get 500 people watching these. That's great. Just trying to get a rhythm for it, folks. So that's all I'll say about that. Now, if you're watching me on YouTube, go ahead and click like and subscribe and ring the bell I'll let you know when another one of my videos comes up. And if you're on Facebook, hit an icon, hit a like, hit a love, hit a hug. If you want to give me a hug, that's fine. I'm a hug person anyway. No strings attached. Just with everything that's been going on. Drop me a comment, see what you like about the show, and what else? Yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of Righteous Vinyl. I'm your host. Don't tell me you love me because I don't want to know, Scott Oliver. And if you can name the artist and the song that did that back in the 1980s, maybe I'll get you a Righteous Vinyl t-shirt. How's that? So that's going to do it. Yeah. Oh, what did I forget? My catchphrase. I always have a catchphrase. No matter what spins you in your life, make sure that it is playing your favorite type of music. I know this has been a long outro, but I'm going to cut it off right now. See you next time. Well, hi. You just caught me in listening to some jazz here on Sunday morning at Righteous Vinyl. Daisy. Really? Don't... She just nudged the camera. Here, come on. Daisy's trying to get in over here. She's very curious about everything that's going on. Here she is. There she is. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Daisy. Oh, you want to come up? All right, right when I'm trying to record? That's nice. Hi. Hi, this is Scott at Righteous Vinyl, and this is my dog Daisy. And she wanted to co-host today. And yes, I know, I love you too. Today we're going to talk about one of my albums, or one of my favorite albums from 2021 that didn't make the list because I didn't get it out in time. So we're going to talk about that, and maybe Daisy will be hanging out with us too. So stand by.